Hello, my name is Ifedayo Joe.
And I'm Michael Ijemakinde. We're my back garden, we call it Santorini. And we were literally, we're just there. I needed my hair trimmed, and he happened to have the skills, which I didn't know that he had. And he was hungry, he could eat. So I was like, okay, then how about I make you a nice dish and you trim my hair for me? And that was the light bulb moment. And then we thought to ourselves, why is this not bigger? Why is this not out there? Why isn't anyone thought about this idea to barter skills for skills, skills for goods, or just skills for money? Why is this not been developed yet? So that's how it started, and we decided to do a bit of a survey. And we realized that everyone is searching for inclusivity, a way to integrate properly into the community they find themselves. Many people would say, oh, I need someone to braid my hair. Some would say, I need someone that would MC for me, or just something as simple as trimming their dresses or altering it. So we thought to ourselves, what if we can create a platform where people can utilize the skills they already have to make a living for themselves, as well as building a community that they can thrive and share information.
So with Kabarter, we operate a zero contract system in which you work on your own terms and as at when you want to work. So on Kabarter, you can either be a patron or you could be a seller. So you come on, you sign up, and you can meet people. You can offer your skill as a service. So with Kabarter, you can trade skill for skill. You can also trade your skill for money. So in order to ensure that people are not being shortchanged, we operate something called an escrow system. So although the primary purpose for creating Kabarter is to help people monetize their skills, the secondary purpose, based off of research, is community, the need for community, and also to enable information sharing. So we do realize that a lot of people come into the UK with insufficient information and with incessant need for information. So with Kabarter, you're able to find people who you're comfortable with speaking with, to find out things like how do I get my NI? How do I get my driver's license? Where do I go to get this? I mean, you'll be surprised. These are information that, yes, though they're readily available, they're open source, but you still need someone to point you in the right direction. But being pointed in the right direction also comes with, finding the right person to do that you're comfortable with. On Kabarter, you can easily do this through the forum feature on the app.
Okay. May I also add, in terms of the healthcare tab that we're going to have as well, we recognize that there's a long wait list on the NHS area when it comes to healthcare. And one of the concerns or challenges that people had mentioned when we conducted our survey was that I'm having palpitation, I'm feeling this one, I'm having a toothache, and you're asking me to wait for 2 weeks or 4 weeks, and going to private healthcare costs a lot. And so we are currently talking to a lot of private healthcare to see how we can create discount to our users, as well as we can give them they could be given priority in terms of the waiting lists in many of the private healthcare around the UK. People have said we don't mind paying a little bit more, but we want to ensure that where we are paying to is reliable and it's not necessarily cutthroat, and it's also really fast. Because we understand we have a responsibility to not just our members, but to also the economy, to ensure that we are not encouraging illegal activities. So, and that in addition to the escrow that Ifedayo had talked about, that to ensure that everyone that is signing up is safe. So for you to be a member, you would have submitted some form of ID or your work permit to ensure that you are not working illegally.